Hi everyone, Lee Magpie here, and today I've got the new Jurassic World Primal Attack Soundstrike Interrogator. I'm hoping I have pronounced that right, and once again I found this one in the UK and this one came out in Tesco's. So again, to everyone who watched my previous review on this bad boy, let me show you. I did a review on this one. Please check that one out on my channel. Sounds absolutely awesome, but I'll go into more detail on my channel, so check that out. I found both of them from Tesco's in the UK, and yeah, so this one retails for £20 as well. I am mega excited for this one. I think it's because of the colours, but we'll go into that when I get it out the packaging. But overall, I still think it looks quite cool. And the packaging is the Primal Attack packaging and not the Count Cretaceous packaging. So it's gone back, this one, I don't know why they didn't do it in the new packaging, but this one might not be in the new Netflix movie or whatever series. So this is maybe just a new one what they wanted to bring out. So this is the figure in action there. And then it just shows you that it's a Soundstrike here. And the packaging's in the normal sunset background with the fencing. And then it just says the name here. And that is a Soundstrike figure. And then there is the tag there, which you need to pull out for it to start making the sounds. And then on the back of the box, it just shows you the figure in action there. It looks really cool here. And then these two I've actually done a review on as well. Sorry for the noise in the background, people are driving past the house. But yeah, I've done a review on this one and I've done a review on this one, and this one got lots of response, so thank you to everyone who watched this video. And if you want to look at more Jurassic World content of mine, please follow me on my Instagram, which is Liam_Magpie, for more Jurassic World content. And yeah, so yeah, done a review on both of these, so please check them out. And it is compatible with the Jurassic World Facts app. And as always in my videos, I always tell people to pause the video and scan away so they can get it onto their Jurassic World Facts app. And finally, in the UK, we're starting to see some new toys, so more new toys will be coming out soon. And more Jurassic World toys are coming out soon. I was quite shocked to see this one as well. And hopefully we'll get our hands on more. So without further ado, I'm going to get this out of the packaging. And I'll see you in a minute, guys. So everyone, I've got the Interrogator out of the packaging. I am hoping I have pronounced that right again. It's a very unusual name. But my overall thoughts on this figure is I've got little bits and bobs what I do like and little bits and bobs I don't like. I don't think... I'll explain what I do like in a sec, but first let's have a look at its face sculpt. Now, I do like its face sculpt, and here is his face sculpt up close. I really like the texturing and this texturing around the nose and the elongated snout, which looks really nicely done. And I've noticed that the holes of the nose are here instead of at the end, so that's really cool. So I could imagine this dinosaur being in oceans and rivers. And I really like the way the scaling on the nose looks really nicely done. Proper crocodile-esque, alligator-esque vibes going on here. And then the teeth have these crookedy, like different sizes of different teeth. So when you close the mouth, which you can close the mouth however you want and open. I've left the tag in there so I can get the review on, because these figures, for some reason, the Soundstrike figures usually are very sensitive and start roaring, even sometimes without even touching them. But yeah, the mouth opens and closes like this, and the teeth are very jaggedy, different sizes, and it just reminds me of lurking in the water, a little bit like the Silk Mammoths. and the Spinosaurus. That's the vibes I get from this dinosaur just looking at it, and that's what I think I really like about it. And I do really like the different sizes of the teeth, and it's got this really lovely yellow painted eye. The teeth have got a little bit of like script top paint on them, but nothing too bad, nothing what I can't fix. And then the tongue is really nicely sculpted, as you can see there. It's got some nice texturing of these like little lumps and bumps across the tongue. Really nicely coloured. And it's got that really nice natural colour scheme of the tongue. And there is the other side. Really nicely done, and the teeth just make it look a bit creepy-ish, and I like the texturing around the eye and the little bit of fin on the head and a little bit of a divot. And then the colours actually contain this light blue, a dark blue, chocolate brown, and then underneath the belly like this creamish colour, which only goes from here to here. I wish that they could have maybe push it up and maybe made it go maybe a bit further up to the neck, I think, or down to the tail, because if you put the figure like this, you can see that it just goes blue and then all brown. There's no other colours of anything, and like this blue fin would have looked lovely if it went all the way down to the tail. But I've noticed that Mattel usually do stop at a certain point, but it just looks a little bit off, in my opinion. I'm not trying to put the figure down for people who really like it, but I just think that this blue fin would have looked nice going all the way down the tail. But overall, sculpt wise, I think it looks really nice. I like the rib detailing here, which looks really nice, and it's got some really nice texturing compared to other dinosaurs they've come out with. So it's got some pros there, and you can really see the details in the brown. And if I quickly just turn the light off, that's like the true brown. It's more of like a chocolatey type brown, and the blue is a bit more muted. And then I really like this light blue as well with this dark blue. It really complements each other really well, but it's just a bit of a contrast with the brown. From blue to this brown, it just don't make sense, but it still looks quite nice and gets away with it in some ways. It depends how you want to look at it. And then underneath the chin it goes brown, and around the jaw it goes brown, and then on the top it goes blue. But I really love the way they've done the teeth and the face overall. It's just a bit, I don't know, there's something a bit darkish about it, I don't know what. And then underneath it's got this fin, so the same sculpting of this fin, a little bit goes at the bottom here, and then something nice creasing going down the tail overall there. But they just added a little bit more of this creamy grey colour spread out across the underneath of the belly and across the bottom bit here. It might have looked a little bit better and maybe pushed it up to about here, and then spread out the blue. It would have looked really cool. But there isn't really much more I can say. I think it just looks awesome in some ways, in some ways not. Yeah, it's hard to explain. And then if you're wondering what the articulation is, it moves up and down the arms out like that. And I like the texturing around the arms as well. And my other tiny little complaint as well is because it's got only blue and brown, the actual feet could have looked a bit better if they was painted in black. I know they don't usually paint the claws on these figures at the top, but they could have at least done the bottom in like a black, just to add a little bit more colour. But they're really nicely sculpted, the feet overall. It's not the feet, it's not the sculpt I'm complaining about. It's the colour I'm complaining about. But I do actually like the brown, and I do actually like the blues, but maybe just not to full together. But does look really cool still, and I don't know, it's just one of them, it's just my opinion. I think all the rest of Mattel toys, majority of them, I've been absolutely amazed by, and this one I still am, especially by the sculpt, but colour wise, not for me. The legs move out like that, forward like that, and then the thigh moves in and out as usual. And then if you're doing the Jurassic World Facts app, let me see if I can focus that. Pause the video now and scan away. Sorry again for the noise in the background. There's the Jurassic World symbol underneath there. So now I've just took out the tag as well, so I can listen to the sounds. Maybe this might make me like the figure a little bit more. So I'm just going to lift up its legs a little bit more. And I'm going to move the tail down. That sounds really cool. Sounds really loud and clear. You don't have a twist on the tail, but you can move it side to side like that. You can see that sounds really nice. It would look really cool in a photo with like muddy, murky water, and you could put it in more like a bluer water. You could put in just its body from here, and then, or you could just have the bottom bit of just, if this bit was in the muddy, murky water. I think in that sense it does make me quite excited to do some photography with that. I do a lot of photography on my Instagram, and that is Liam_Magpie if you wanted to know my Instagram. But yeah, I'm really happy with the figure. I'm just a bit off with the colours. I like the colours separately, but just maybe not together. The sculpt is an absolute amazing. I think it's a good 10 out of 10. It reminds me a little bit of the Sulcamamus and the Spinosaurus merged into one. So my overall thoughts on the figure is, I gave the sculpt a 10 out of 10. I give the colours separately 10 out of 10, but the colours together around a 6 out of 10. The sound effects a 10 out of 10. Articulation as standard as the other ones, but still good. You can do some nice posability with the legs, arms and the mouth. So that's still a 10 out of 10 because Mattel does a brilliant job overall in that department. And the face sculpt, quite menacing. And it just reminds me of the Sulcamamus quite a lot. And I love the elongated snout and the crocodile-esque kind of face. And yeah, I love the jaggediness of the teeth. The teeth are a little bit like they could do with maybe like a little bit of a paint on them. But yeah, overall thoughts, I just think it's a 50-50 figure because it wins at a lot of things, just not the colours. Obviously separate but not together. So yeah, please like and subscribe to my channel. Hit that alarm bell. I am done with this review, and if you are from the UK and you absolutely think this figure is amazing, I still think it's amazing to add to your Jurassic World collection, but it's now out in Tesco's, so get Toy Hunting UK and get your hands on this cool figure and add it to your collection. But yeah, please subscribe to my channel for more toy related stuff and more Jurassic World related stuff, as the toy world's starting to come back to life now. So hopefully I'll have more Jurassic World stuff coming up for you guys, and more toy related stuff coming up. So subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you on the next one, guys. Bye.